would it be lawful for an American interrogator to use the rack and screws during a critical interrogation?
There is a line of hypotheticals that one could go down that would get to an indication to an enemy about what sort of thing we do and what sort of thing we don't do. That is the reason, and that is the only reason, that I'm not going to get into hypotheticals about what might or might not be permissible. We have a classified program of interrogation that has gone through OLC opinions, that has been permitted by OLC opinions, and to which we adhere. Waterboarding was once part of that program. It is no longer. And that's all I can say.
Well, let me ask you this.
People can go down a list of hypotheticals involving matters that are...
You would never say that any of these strategies or interrogation techniques would be impermissible under any standards. Let's say the use of the electric shock as a harsh interrogation tactic. Would that ever be legal for us to employ?
Once again, one could go down an entire list of hypotheticals that would indicate what goes on one side of the line and what goes on others. There are specific prohibitions against murder, rape, and other matters that are the subject of specific legislation. And obviously Congress could, if it chose, bar any specific practice and make it unlawful.
Well,
we can go down a list of hypotheticals all afternoon.
All right. Well, I won't do that, but I'll go at it from this standpoint. Under what circumstances would it ever be permissible under international law to interrogate a U.S. citizen, a foreign, an enemy nation, to interrogate a U.S. citizen by strapping the U.S. citizen to a board and suffocating him or her with water with the intent to create the fear of death? When would that ever be permissible under international law?
Once again, I'm not going to go through a list of hypotheticals of what might be permitted or might not be permitted to us or to anybody else, because to do so would indicate the contours of what may or may not be permitted under a program that is classified. And I understand that one can create an effect by doing that, but I'm not going to respond to it.